Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going full-on Arizona, but not the good parts, no way. We're talking about the top 10 worst places to live in the entire state. We're talking tumbleweeds, scorching heat, and more boredom than a snail watching paint dry. Now look, I love Arizona. You love Arizona, but even the Grand Canyon State has its downsides. We're talking places where the only thing hotter than the sun is the crime rate. But hey, we're all about finding the fun in everything, even if it means roasting some towns along the way. So buckle up, grab a tall glass of ice-cold lemonade, you're gonna need it, and get ready to explore the places where even the cacti are saying, "Get me out of here, let's do this thing." First up, we're heading to Coolidge, Arizona, a town so quiet you can hear a tumbleweed whisper. Now Coolidge might have a charming name, but don't let that fool you. This place makes Mayberry look like Las Vegas. We're talking about a town where the most exciting thing to do is watch the crops grow. And even then, you might get bored and start cheering for the grasshoppers. The crime rate here is higher than a hawk in a dust storm, and the lack of amenities is enough to make you want to pack your bags and move to, well, pretty much anywhere else. But hey, let's look on the bright side. At least in Coolidge, you'll never have to worry about traffic jams. Unless, of course, you count the tumbleweeds rolling down Main Street during rush hour. I hear the local police department once used a speed camera to catch a tumbleweed going 3 miles over the limit. They gave it a ticket, but it just blew away. True story. Okay, maybe not, but you get the idea. Coolidge, Arizona. It's not the end of the world, but you can definitely see it from there. Next up, we're cranking up the heat and heading to Eloy, Arizona, a town where the sun always shines, and shines, and shines. Seriously, folks, Eloy is hot. We're talking surface of the sun hot. I hear they have to use oven mitts to pump gas here. And the isolation? Let's just say you're more likely to see a UFO than another human being. I'm not kidding, folks. Even the cacti are trying to hitchhike out of town. Legend has it that a tumbleweed once rolled through Eloy, took one look around and decided to turn back to where it came from. And that tumbleweed was used to harsh conditions. But hey, if you're a fan of extreme heat, wide open spaces, and having the same 5 people to talk to for the rest of your life, then Eloy might just be the place for you. Just don't forget your sunscreen, a wide-brimmed hat, and a whole lot of water. You're gonna need it. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter Guadalupe. Yeah, not exactly the most thrilling place on earth. Don't get me wrong, it's got that small town vibe, but we're talking crickets chirping on a Tuesday afternoon kind of vibe. We're talking about a town where the poverty rate is higher than a kite on a windy day, and the crime rate is, well, let's just say you don't want to leave your doors unlocked at night, or even during the day for that matter. But hey, at least they have a cool name, right? Guadalupe. It just rolls off the tongue. It's a shame the town itself doesn't exactly live up to the hype. I hear the local high school football team once played a game against a tumbleweed, and lost. Okay, that might be a slight exaggeration, but you get the picture. Guadalupe, Arizona. It's a town that's full of surprises, just not the good kind. Hold on tight, we're taking a trip down memory lane to Winslow, Arizona. You know the one from the Eagles song? Yeah, that's about all this place has going for it. Sure, you can stand on the corner and wait for a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford to slow down, but that's about as exciting as it gets in Winslow. We're talking about a town where the economy is flatter than a pancake on a freeway, and the only thing booming is the sound of crickets chirping. Now, I'm all for a good dose of nostalgia, but Winslow takes it to a whole new level. It's like stepping back in time, but not in a cool, Back to the Future kind of way. More like a Back to the Stone Age kind of way. But hey, at least they have that corner, right? And a statue. That's something, I guess. Just don't expect to find a decent cup of coffee or a job that pays more than minimum wage. Winslow, Arizona. It's a great place to visit. For about 5 minutes. Then, you're good to go. Get ready to say hola to San Luis, Arizona, a town that's closer to Mexico than it is to, well, pretty much anything else. Now, I'm all for embracing different cultures, but San Luis takes it to a whole new level. We're talking about a town where the job market is drier than the Arizona desert, and the only thing growing faster than the population of tumbleweeds is the unemployment rate. Seriously, folks, tumbleweeds outnumber people in San Luis. They even have their own mayor, a grumpy old cactus named Spike. But hey, at least the rent is cheap, right? Just make sure you have a good pair of running shoes for when those tumbleweeds come chasing after you. San Luis, Arizona. It's an experience that you'll probably want to forget. Hold on to your wallets, folks, because we're about to enter South Tucson, Arizona, a town where the crime rate is higher than the temperature in July. And trust me, that's saying something. We're talking about a town where even GPS systems are afraid to navigate, and the only thing more common than a stray dog is a police siren. I hear the local pawn shop has a layaway plan for bulletproof vests. But hey, at least they have character, right? Yeah, a whole lot of character. And most of it's shady. But hey, let's look on the bright side. At least you'll never be bored in South Tucson. Just make sure you keep your head on a swivel and your hand on your wallet. South Tucson, Arizona, it's an adventure. Just not the kind you want to have. Pack your bags, we're heading to Globe, Arizona, a town that's about as global as my grandma's living room. Don't get me wrong, it's got a certain charm, but we're talking watching paint dry on a Sunday afternoon kind of charm. We're talking about a town where the population is declining faster than the water table, and the only thing booming is the sound of silence. I hear the local movie theater only shows reruns of Footloose because nobody lives there to request new movies. But hey, at least they have a cool name, right? Globe. It just sounds so worldly. Too bad the town itself is about as exciting as a beige wall. But hey, if you're looking for a quiet place to retire, where the only thing you have to worry about is your lawn getting stolen by a tumbleweed, then Globe might just be the place for you. Just don't expect to find a Starbucks or a Whole Foods anytime soon. Globe, Arizona. It's a nice place to visit, if you like ghost towns. Fasten your seatbelts, we're taking a trip to Page, Arizona, a town that's so isolated, even the aliens haven't found it yet. Now, I'm all for breathtaking scenery, but Page takes it to a whole new level. We're talking about a town where the nearest Walmart is a 3-hour drive and the only thing more common than a scorpion is a tourist. I hear the local radio station only plays 2 songs, Hotel California and Leaving on a Jet Plane. But hey, at least they have the Grand Canyon, right? That's something, I guess. Just don't expect to find a decent pizza place or a job that doesn't involve wearing a name tag. Page, Arizona, it's a great place to visit once. Then you can check it off your bucket list and never look back. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter Holbrook, Arizona, a town that's stuck in a time warp, and not in a good way. We're talking about a town where the economy is flatter than a pancake on a freeway, and the only thing booming is the sound of tumbleweeds blowing through the empty streets. I hear the local high school had to cancel its prom because nobody could afford a corsage. But hey, at least they have those giant dinosaur statues, right? Yeah, those are pretty cool. In fact, they're probably the most exciting thing about Holbrook. I hear the dinosaurs come to life at night and roam the streets looking for something to do. They're probably just as bored as the residents. Holbrook, Arizona, it's a town that time forgot, and for good reason. Last but not least, we're heading to Kingman, Arizona, a town that's known for its, well, it's known for being on the way to Las Vegas. Seriously, folks, Kingman is like the awkward middle child of Arizona towns. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not winning any popularity contests anytime soon. We're talking about a town where the unemployment rate is higher than a kite on a windy day, and the only thing booming is the sound of trucks passing through on their way to somewhere else. I hear the local economy is powered by a hamster wheel, and it's running out of steam, but hey, at least Kingman isn't last on our list, right? That's gotta count for something. Kingman, Arizona, it's a town that's, well, it's a town. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 worst places to live in Arizona, where the heat's brutal, the tumbleweeds roam free, and the excitement's as rare as a rainstorm. Now remember, this is all in good fun. Every place has its own unique charm somewhere, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But if you're looking for a thriving metropolis with a happening nightlife and more job opportunities than you can shake a stick at, you might want to steer clear of these Arizona towns. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the underbelly of Arizona, hit that like button harder than a scorpion stings. Subscribe for more hilarious state roasts, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the fun. Until next time, stay weird.